Hello, I wanted to come to you all today actually with a video that I'm doing for one of my friends. We were talking on the phone and she was trying to get some more affordable makeup products. And I was telling her about some of the products and she said, just do a video so that I can see what you're talking about instead of trying to figure out what you're saying over the phone. So I am going to do just a very brief comparison video of 3 jumbo pencils and also some eyeshadow primer that I like to use that's affordable, that you can find in your local Walmart, Target, beauty supply store, or in your local pharmacy. First things first is the primer that I like to use, and I actually prefer this primer over Urban Decay's Primer Potion. It just works better for my skin. It works better for my pockets, of course, because it's a much more affordable product. The only problem with this one is that I have not been able to find this product as a standalone product outside of some sort of a kit. Still not a big deal, because these hard candy kits that you can get this stuff in are only like $5, and it has shadow in there and some other stuff. And hard candy products are actually pretty good. I've had a good experience with them. So if you can get your hands on this, this is great. I have very good color payoff from this. It lasts all day. I personally do not have any creasing, and you have to use little or nothing. I mean, this I could probably have for forever because you just use so little of this product and it covers such a wide surface. It is creamy, it is light, and it sets pretty quickly. And I just don't have any problems with it whatsoever. So if you can get your hands on some hard candy eyeshadow primer, I would get it even if you had to get a kit in order to get it. Now, some of the jumbo pencils that I have 3 different ones. I have a Milani, a NYX, and a jumbo from LA Colors. Milani is my first one, and unfortunately, it is the one that I like the least. This one is in Winter White. I found this at CVS. I believe it was on sale. It wasn't more than $3 or $4, but I think I had a coupon or something like that, so I didn't even pay quite that much. It wasn't even worth that. The first thing I'll show you before I swatch is that this tip of it, the packaging, broke as soon as I opened it up out of the package. I didn't feel like returning it, and it was super cheap, so it wasn't like I was going to lose much money, but the packaging of it is very poor, and it will break on you. I didn't even do anything to it. I just opened it out of the plastic, and it broke. There's the white, and I'll show you before I put it on. I don't know if you can see. There's a little bit of a satiny finish that you can't really see when it's in the package. But I'll just show you the color payoff. As you can see, while it does kind of glide on smoothly, it does not give you very good color payoff, and it's a little blotchy. And of course, when you're talking about white pencils, it is typically used as a base to eyeshadows. For those of you who are getting into eyeshadow or wondering what would you even use these for, you can also use them at times to do your waterline. So you really want something that's going to have some pretty decent color payoff. You don't want your eyes to be bright white, but you want it to be something that's definitely going to give you some color so that it can pick up those other colors that you're putting over it. And that's regardless of whether you're using an expensive brand of eyeshadow like NARS or MAC, or whether you're using a middle of the road, still good quality palette like a Profusion or a Coastal Scents palette. This does not give me very much color payoff at all. And I think some of it is because of that satiny finish. And you can see it there in that lighting a lot better. It just does not give you the color payoff that I need in order to have a good base to my eyeshadows. I'm going to just use a little bit of this hip shadow that I happen to have handy, and I'm going to use the orange color, and I'm going to put it and just dab it here so you can get an idea of the color payoff. You don't get much there in comparison to what you're going to see with some of the other shades. I then have the NYX jumbo pencil in Milk. Only downside to this particular pencil, because otherwise it's really good, is that you do not get to find these very often just in store, at least in my area of town. I do not find these very much in store, and so I always have to order them online. So availability for me is a little bit of a headache because I always have to order it online or go on Amazon or eBay, and then I start dealing with issues such as, you know, shipping costs that kind of increase the cost of this. It's only about $5 or $6 total once you do it, but still, it's a little bit of a headache that I would not be able to, if I ran out or if I left it somewhere, or, you know, if I lost this and left it, you know, at a friend's house, I would either have to get them to ship it back to me or have to go back to get it. I couldn't just say, you know, forget about it. I'll get it next time I'm there. I'll go and pick up another one. I can't do that with the NYX. So that's the only headache. But if you can find this in your town, great. More power to you. I'll show you now the difference in color payoff. Very creamy. And it's a matte white finish. And it does not take much at all. And it definitely glides on a lot more evenly than the Milani. And I'm just showing you there. As you can see, and once you give it a second or two, it will set up very nicely for you, and you won't have any smudging. Some people say that they have creasing with the NYX, but to be honest with you, there's nothing better that I have found, and it's really the industry standard. If you look at almost all of the tutorials of makeup or eyeshadow, you will almost always see them say to use the NYX Jumbo Pencil. I watch those videos all the time, and I can't actually think of a single one that asks you to use anything other than a NYX Jumbo Pencil. So those people who say that you get creasing or whatever, I don't know what you're doing. And really, I guess there's no help for you, because that's pretty much what most people are using. And I don't know of any other company that has something different. Just to show you color payoff, again, just using some of the hip powder. And this, I hope you can see it here. This definitely is brighter. A brighter color payoff. You can see it here in the shadow than the Milani, which is what you want. You want as much color payoff as you possibly can get. So I like that a lot. It's not that satiny finish kind of popping through under the Milani. My favorite pencil, believe it or not, is the LA Colors Jumbo Pencil. For those of you who do not know, NYX and LA Colors are sister companies. So it's kind of like the difference between you choosing, you know, between a Lexus or a regular Toyota. It's deciding whether you want heated leather seats or whether you're fine with just leather seats. This is much, much more available. It's much, much more affordable. It's only $1, and I found this in my Family Dollar. And I paid $1 for it and was really surprised. I bought it because it was $1, and I figured, you know, what the heck, and also knowing that it's a parent company or sister company rather of NYX, I figured that it couldn't be that bad of a buy, and if it was, then it was just $1, and I didn't feel like I had been gypped. I was really impressed. You'll see immediately the color payoff, the smoothness, the evenness of the application is very, very similar to the NYX. I don't have, it's a matte finish, of course, nothing different there. I have even used these purposely just to see if I did notice any differences. I put this on one eyelid and this on the other and wore it all day long, and I got no differences whatsoever. That's just me. It may work differently for your body chemistry, but that is just me. I'm going to just put again a little bit of the same hip color. And you will see that the color payoff for both of those are very, very similar. No difference that I can see at all. I am going to put some more on the Milani just so you can see that it still doesn't do the same thing. The color payoff is not the same any and at all. So, just to kind of summarize the experience that I had with some jumbo pencils, I would personally purchase this over this and this If I had to choose between one of the two, or if you like both of these, if you can get your hands on this and it's more accessible to you, that's fine. But if not, you're going to be just as good to use this jumbo pencil. Also, for primer, Hard Candies eyeshadow primer, you can find it at your local Walmart. If you have any questions, or if you would like to know more information about these products, where I found them, or just my experiences with any of them, just comment down below and I'll be happy to answer them. Take care.